Let me know what you guys think about this, but I don't think there's been enough like outrage about this Epstein stuff. Like some of the stuff that, has come out about the things that they've been doing, like about the alleged, cannibal stuff. I mean, what the actual, like it's just absolutely insane. And I don't know why they're just releasing it bit by bit. Like, why don't they just release all of it so that we the public can see who's done what and make our own minds up about it? Why are they protecting people? Why are they, hiding names and things like that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But apparently now we've got some more names, and let's see what they've given us.
Answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No, you're going to answer the question the way I asked it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're detailing the newest revelations, developments, and occurrences stemming from the 2020.
This guy is an absolute, in my opinion, of course, this guy here, just the fact that we're still paying for him my taxes are going towards his lifestyle makes me sick.
Department of Justice release of Epstein-related documents. Warning, some information contains distressing details.
I did not have any relationship with him. I barely had anything to do with that person.
Pam Bondi's fiery testimony over the Epstein files.
Excuse me, I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the way I
ridiculous.
asked it.
You don't tell me anything.
I did tell you.
On February 11th, 2026, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi appeared before the House Judiciary Committee for a contentious hearing on the Justice Department's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Lawmakers pressed Bondi about the department's release of millions of pages, including allegations that victims' identities were improperly exposed, while other names and details were seemingly heavily redacted.
That's crazy. So people that were victims, their names and everything are out there. They're the people that should have been protected, not the perpetrators, right?
At one point, survivors at the hearing were asked to raise their hands if they had been unable to meet with the DOJ about their cases. Every one of them did.
And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice.
Wow.
Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand.
Bondi repeatedly deflected, once saying she wouldn't, quote, get in the gutter for their, quote, theatrics, and clashed with Representative Jamie Raskin, calling him a, quote, washed-up loser lawyer.
You don't tell me
I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
Lawyer, not even a
Washed-up loser lawyer. That's the kind of language that they're using in this case. That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Naturally, the dramatic testimony and pivots to unrelated topics turned the session into fodder for late-night TV hosts, who gleefully highlighted clips for comedic effect.
This isn't a circus. This is a hearing.
This is not a game, Secretary.
I'm Attorney General.
My apologies, I couldn't tell.
Wow.
C-SPAN suddenly turned into C-SNAP.
Casey Wasserman's selling talent agency after...
Dude, that testimony, it looks so fiery. I mean, what do you guys think about this? Like, Americans, what do you guys think about this whole Epstein fiasco? To me, how it's being handled is really disappointing. I don't think they should be hiding any names.
Epstein fallout.
High-profile talent agent Casey Wasserman selling off his namesake firm following the release of the Epstein files.
Entertainment executive and agent Casey Wasserman has moved to sell all or part of his global talent agency after his name surfaced in the newly released Epstein files. This included 2003 email exchanges with Ghislaine Maxwell. The messages, flirtatious in tone with references to, quote, tight leather outfits and hypothetical massages, were highlighted in the documents. Though Wasserman stressed they occurred years before Maxwell's criminal conduct was publicly known.
I think of you all the time, so what do I have to do to see you in a tight leather outfit? Maxwell writing in April, offering to give him a massage that can drive a man wild.
Files also noted he flew on Jeffrey Epstein's plane in 2002 as part of a humanitarian trip linked to the Clinton Foundation.
I deeply regret my correspondence with Ghislaine Maxwell, which took place over 2 decades ago, long before her horrific crimes came to light.
Why did these people like Epstein so much? Why were they all so quick to like get involved with him, party with him, get into all of these horrible situations with him? Like, why, you know, I don't understand this guy's appeal. Like, he just looks like a really creepy dude, like when you just look at his face.
The fallout prompted high-profile client departures, including pop singer Chappell Roan, retired soccer star and two-time Olympic gold medalist Abby Wambach, singer-songwriter Orville Peck, and Bethany Cosentino, lead singer of Best Coast. Wasserman said a sale would allow the company to move forward.
Wasserman, however, will remain chairman of the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles.
Steve Bannon discussed how to, quote, take down Pope Francis with Jeffrey Epstein.
Why?
The newly released Department of Justice documents from the Epstein Files Transparency Act also shed light on private communications former White House strategist Steve Bannon sent to Jeffrey Epstein. The 2019 messages revealed Bannon expressing a desire to, quote, take down Pope Francis, who he sharply criticized for his progressive stances. In the exchanges, Bannon discussed using the controversial 2019 book In the Closet of the Vatican to undermine the pontiff's influence. The book alleged that a vast number of Vatican clergy are gay. However, Epstein did not directly respond to the proposal. Analysts say Bannon viewed the Vatican as a significant geopolitical force and saw Pope Francis as ideological opposition.
Bannon is a person who promotes the great conspiracy theory of society while directly benefiting from it. Steve Bannon was in the room. Steve Bannon was working with Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein wanted to meet.
I just don't get why you'd want to go after the Pope. Like, the Pope is meant to be this symbol of, you know, of hope and love and, you know, faith and all that. Why would you... Like, unless he'd attacked Bannon personally, why would it be worth the effort?
With Joe Rogan. It turns out even Joe Rogan appears in the Epstein files.
Wow.
However, the DOJ documents make it clear it wasn't due to any friendship he had with the convicted criminal, but because Epstein allegedly tried to arrange a meeting with the popular podcaster and commentator.
I'm in the files for not going.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going, because Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet with me.
In September 2017.
This guy, man, he was trying to meet and he was trying to get involved with everybody. Like, literally any celebrity, he was trying to be their friend. Like, why? What's behind this, man?
Jeffrey Epstein emailed theoretical physicist Lawrence Krauss, a former guest on the Joe Rogan Experience, saying he found Rogan, quote, funny, and asked for an introduction. Krauss reached out, but Rogan declined. On his podcast, Joe reacted to the incident by quipping,
I was like, are you high?
He further emphasized he would never have considered meeting Epstein after what he learned about him.
Yeah, but I would have never went anyway. It's like, it's not even a possibility that I would ever went.
But
especially after I Googled him. I was like, what the are you talking about?
President Trump told police,
Smart move by Rogan there.
Quote, everyone knew about Epstein's crimes in 2006.
This morning, a new document coming to light claims in the mid-2000s, President Trump called police about Jeffrey Epstein.
According to a 2019 FBI interview summary included in the Epstein files, President Donald Trump contacted Michael Ryder, former chief of police of Palm Beach, Florida, in July 2006, shortly after Jeffrey Epstein faced state charges. During the call, Trump reportedly thanked Ryder for his work and said, quote, everyone has known he's been doing this.
Wow.
The summary also notes Trump described Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, as, quote, evil. President Trump also said he once walked out on Epstein after seeing teenage girls present.
Ryder also says Trump said he threw Epstein out of his club, and he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present, and Trump got the hell out of there.
However, in the years...
Just disgusting. What do you want with teenage girls, man? Like, just... that guy Epstein, he just honestly makes me want to vomit. Like,
since President Trump has repeatedly denied knowing about Epstein's crimes prior to widespread media coverage.
Trump has long denied having any knowledge of Epstein's crimes, but Ryder says Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out that they were investigating Epstein.
The Department of Justice notes the FBI summary reflects Chief Ryder's recollection, and there is no independent corroboration of the call. Howard Lutnick changes course on meetings with Epstein.
Probably about 10 emails connecting me with him over a 14-year period. I did not have any relationship with him. I barely had anything to do with that person.
Do you know what? He could be telling the truth, but it's like, obviously, everybody is going to distance themselves from Epstein now. Like, now that we know the deviant stuff that he was doing. Like, nobody's going to want to be associated with him. But it's like, this is why they need to just release the files so that we can see for ourselves who, what, and when things happened.
U.S. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick is back in the headlines over Jeffrey Epstein, though this time for reversing his earlier statements about meetings with him. Lutnick previously claimed he had cut off contact with Epstein after 2005.
Howard Lutnick was grilled by senators on Capitol Hill today over his appearance in recently released Epstein files. He had previously claimed he cut ties with Epstein, who was his neighbor in New York in 2005. That was years before Epstein was first convicted of sex crimes.
But during a February 10, 2026 Senate appropriations hearing, he admitted that he and his family had lunch on Epstein's private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands in December of 2012.
But then admitted he had paid a visit to Epstein's infamous private island.
I had another couple they were there as well with their children, and we had lunch on the island.
He also said he met Epstein at least one other time in 2011. The flip-flop prompted bipartisan scrutiny and calls for accountability, though he maintained he had, quote, barely anything to do with Epstein.
Yeah, but of course he's going to say that. He's just going to protect himself. I'm not saying he's not innocent, but anybody would say, oh, I didn't know Epstein. He wasn't my friend. Everyone's going to say that.
Denying any wrongdoing.
Lutnick refusing to answer our questions.
Why did you mischaracterize your relationship with him, sir?
Sultan Ahmed bin Salayem steps down after Epstein link revealed. Global titan Sultan Ahmed bin Salayem has stepped down as chairman and CEO of DP World, a multinational logistics company based in Dubai. The move comes after the newly released Epstein files revealed years of email correspondence between him and Jeffrey Epstein dating back to 2007.
Epstein claimed that his relationship with Salayem was so close, quote, he was basically in charge of the port.
The deal.
This guy, man, he had fingers everywhere. Like, what made him so influential? Like, why did this guy find it so easy to get involved with so many prominent people? Like, what was it about him, or was there something behind him? Like, did he have a huge amount of wealth? I think he was like a financier or something like that. Like, but, there's loads of rich people, but, like, what made this guy able to just collect all of these people and get dirt on them?
OJ documents show they exchanged messages for more than a decade. And in one 2009 email, Epstein told bin Salayem that he, quote, loved the torture video. Bin Salayem was described by Epstein as one of his, quote, most trusted friends, though there's no evidence he took part in any criminal activities.
I'm glad to have you as my friend. You are the only person I have met who is as crazy as me.
The leadership change came amid pressure from institutional partners, which paused dealings with DP World following the disclosures. New chair Asa Kazem and CEO Yuvraj Narayan were appointed as part of a broader governance shift.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Royal family in turmoil over Epstein discoveries.
This is just the biggest disappointment for me. They all knew about Andrew. I just refuse to believe they didn't all know about the dirty, disgusting things this guy did on our dime, on the taxpayers' dime. Like, it's the biggest slap in the face. There's a cost of living crisis. People are struggling. Yet, part of our tax money goes towards keeping them in their, multiple mansions, unlimited bodyguards. Every meal they eat is like a Michelin star meal. And they were all protecting this pervert. It's just the worst for me.
Andrew has denied all wrongdoing, but the pressure is now ramping up on the royals to do and say more about their disgraced relative.
The British royal family has been thrust into major controversy following the fresh revelations in the Epstein files, many involving the former Prince Andrew, King Charles III's younger brother.
The dirt, the stench of scandal, he just cannot escape it.
As the England Thames Valley Police assess new claims about Andrew's past interactions with Jeffrey Epstein, including allegations he shared confidential information and welcomed Epstein's associates on official trips, the royals continue to face intense public scrutiny.
Emails in the latest batch of files released by the US Department of Justice appear to indicate that weeks earlier, on the 30th of November 2010, the then Prince received reports about his official visits as a British trade envoy to Vietnam, Singapore and China. 5 minutes later, he sent them to Epstein.
Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, released a rare...
So he's sending, like, really important, confidential, you know, info to Epstein. Why? Why?
Statement saying they are, quote, deeply concerned by the continuing revelations and that their thoughts, quote, remain focused on the victims.
In London, Prince William and Princess Catherine are expressing concern for Jeffrey Epstein's victims.
Buckingham Palace also said King Charles would support police inquiries if contacted. The crisis has reignited debate over the family's handling of Epstein-related links and whether any deliberate cover-ups were ever at play.
100% they covered it up. I just don't... Come on. Anyway, I don't want to repeat myself. I'm going to sound like a broken record.
Prince Andrew was a frequent visitor to Jeffrey Epstein's homes, not only in Manhattan, but also on his private Caribbean island. And we know that the two traveled in similar circles.
Are you continuing to follow the...
Because it's like, whenever he would go to Epstein's island, are you telling me that Andrew would lie and say he was going elsewhere? Like, I'm 1000% sure that he would have told his family where he's going. His family then would have made inquiries as to who this person is, because you can't just have the royal family, you know, someone in the royal family going anywhere. They would need to know exactly who this person is and what they're about. So that means that they knew that he was going to this man's island frequently, what kind of things that he would be doing, and they let it happen. They let it happen on our dime. On our dime, the public's dime. It's a joke. It's a complete joke. They should release all of the files. They should unredact all of the names. I think it's only fair on us, the public. Let me know what you think, though. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, I'm going to link another one below, and I'll see you in the next one.